So, if you watched the video I did that I posted right before this, right, you probably saw the part of, unless you skipped to the review or to the on foot part, you probably saw how I was talking about like being patient with like the purchases you make and all that stuff, trying to save money, yada yada yada. Well, this was mostly the opposite, right? Because it was kind of one of those things where I felt like I maybe needed to get them right now in case they sold out, which strangely enough they did. So, and I'm really not even 100% sure how I feel about this shoe other than liking the particular model. Because while I've heard good things as far as quality and all that stuff goes, I was still a little bit on the fence. It's just one of those things every so often, you know, you have your specific things that you're drawn to more than others. And so that's where we are now. This is just, it's just something I wanted, but I wasn't sure how much. So, is this right side up? Yeah, it is. There we go. So look at that. Pretty nice little box they got going. Well, not little, but anyway. So yeah, look all around. You got all this stuff happening. I'm not sure exactly what any of it means. It looks like it could be some flags. Yeah, it's little bits and pieces of flags, and I only know that because I recognize some of them. That happens to be the Korean one is right in there. But anyways, so this right here, obviously, as you know, is a Jordan 12. It says right on this. Maybe I didn't show you that. Right there, Jordan 12, right? Which is, if you've been paying attention, my favorite Jordan. I don't know what yours is. You can feel free to comment down below and let me know if you want me to know. If you don't want me to know, keep it to yourself. That's cool. Anyway, so let's go ahead and pull these things out and see what I think. Because, I don't know. I just don't know what to think this time around. But it's a 12, so I buy them, right? Now, these right here, it's review time. These right here are the Jordan 12 FIBAs, right? So apparently FIBA is some big international tournament of sorts, whatever. I don't know all the details, but it's a big deal to a lot of people. Not particularly me, but you know, that's neither here nor there. So Jordan decided to put this shoe out there to kind of just commemorate that. And on the back, I forget what it says, but you know, you got some Chinese lettering on the back and all that stuff. But let's do this how we normally do it. We'll start with the midsole and all this stuff, work our way bottom to top, front to back, that whole thing. So, looking at this, right? The midsole there, nothing crazy about it. This is a very much just like a white shoe, and you've got your, I don't know what they call this piece, but that gold piece there, same thing on the other side. You do have a little bit more detail, and I'm not sure how well that's picking up in there, but if you, yeah, you can kind of see it. Maybe it'll show up a little better later, but you've got the same styling that's on the box is kind of just, I guess engraved on here on this leather portion, which is actually a pretty nice touch, honestly. And then moving past that, on the bottom there, as they normally have on the 12s, you've got something kind of woven in between, which is, I'm not sure what that design is supposed to be, but it looks kind of just like a little grid of boxes and stuff. There's probably some significance to it, but I'm not really good with like the history of any of this stuff. So, anyways, moving past that onto the rest of the upper part here, you have the standard style of like based off of like the Japanese sun. I do know that part. Also, one little thing that I was told, and never fact checked, but I was told that they don't sell 12s in Korea for the most part, or at all, because the shoe is designed after like Japan, you know, like their flag and all that stuff, and they don't really get along, Korea and Japan, so there you go. But anyways, so this right here, right, this upper part feels a lot like other 12s that I've had. I mean, they've all been kind of like different, but they usually come from a small set of materials. Nothing fancy. I mean, it's not like any special leather really to me that feels ultra soft or worth really talking about. But it does feel well made. It just feels like a little plasticky, but not in a bad way. It's just like, it feels like leather should feel as far as when you press in on it. It's just that to the touch, it feels like plastic. So it's kind of weird. And then on the tongue, of course, you've got the normal 2-3 there with the Jumpman on the top, right? Nothing fancy about any of that stuff. Again, it's all really just a big white shoe. And then on the inside is where it switches up because that gets red. Same thing with on the back where it has the Chinese lettering. Forget what it says, but it's some kind of like motivational sort of thing. Maybe something they say before games or whatever. But really, like this shoe, and again, I'm not going to... One thing I needed to add into here, but this particular shoe, as you may have seen if you were paying attention to the side of the box, it's a 9, right? So for me, I prefer my Jordan 12s to be an 8.5. I realized that after, a couple different purchases or whatever, and they just, a lot of the 9s still felt a little big. So the last pair that I bought up, which I want to say was those CNYs, Chinese New Year's, those I went with an 8.5 and they felt perfect. So when I was buying these, I meant to click on 8.5, didn't. And then I went back once I realized that I hadn't made the right order, and 8.5 was sold out. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't get that. But anyway, so then I figured I'll just wait it out and I'll try them on, but I'm not going to do the full whole on foot thing because I'm probably going to send these back to get an 8.5, right? If those are still in stock. But that's neither here nor there. It's just the reason why I'm not going to do like the whole on foot thing. But as it is, these didn't really move very quickly. But if you are wondering about the sizing or the availability, they seem to be still everywhere except the sneakers. And if you're looking for a size for you, go half down. Unless you're one of those people that likes your shoes to feel a little loose, then I guess true to size maybe. I don't. But anyway, so really that's going to be it for this video. There's not a whole lot to say. The shoe isn't amazing. It's not something to write home about. But I don't hate it either. It just doesn't stand out and won't stand out in my collection. So I'll keep it, but it probably won't get a whole lot of action, which kind of makes most people say, like, why keep it then? I got a whole bunch of stuff over here. I'm not going to start asking the questions now. Alright, so that's it for the review. I don't have anything... Well, I've got some other little video to do, but I'll do that one tomorrow on account of some other things. Not shoe related, so if you're not looking for a review, don't watch it, I guess. I don't know. But that'll be that, and that'll be that for today. I'm going to go get these uploaded and all that stuff, maybe, and then maybe you guys that are mostly in the States or wherever will see it when you wake up in the morning, because it's 3:30 in the afternoon here, which means Eastern time it's 2:30 in the morning. So we'll see what happens. Alright, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out all the stuff and all that good stuff. I do appreciate it, and leaving your little comments and all that. Maybe, I think I need to address something. I'll do that later. Thanks again. I'm going to go get these videos taken care of. Have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And we'll do this again sometime soon. Sound good? Cool.